What's up, everyone? Welcome to the Rule of Two. I'm Brandon. This is my friend Alex.
Hey guys.
This is a video podcast. We're going to be talking mostly about the new Star Wars Rebel show, but in the off chance when nothing's coming out in the show, we'll be talking about the movies, expanded universe, which incorporates books, comics, games, everything. But first of all, we're going to be talking about episode 1, which is called Spark of the Rebellion.
Of the new show, Star Wars Rebels.
Exactly.
Yeah.
I'm going to give you a little backstory. So, the majority of the episode takes place on the planet Lothal. It takes place about 5 years prior to episode 4, and it follows a band of rebels. I don't even know what to call them.
They're technically rebels.
Yeah, they're technically rebels.
We don't know if they're affiliated with the Rebel Alliance just yet. We have our speculations, which we'll talk about later on.
Yeah.
But
so the characters in the show are Kanan, who is the leader of this rebel group. He's also a Jedi that survived Order 66. My computer is off the chain.
It's freaking out right now.
That's just, there's so much going on. And then the main character of the show is a street rat named Ezra, who reminds Alex and I a lot of Aladdin.
Jedi Aladdin.
The
fucking coolest thing ever.
And he's force sensitive because he opens a Jedi holocron.
Yeah, he opened the Jedi holocron, which
again, I should have said this in the beginning. This is gonna be filled with spoilers, so if you haven't seen that episode,
spoiler alert,
get the fuck out, and then come
back.
back.
Watch that fucking show
and come back. And then there's Zeb, Zeeb, right? Zeeb.
Yeah.
He is, I don't know what race he is. He's this big furry thing.
He's like half fur, half ugly, gray skin.
Yeah, he's really ugly.
Really ugly.
And basically, he's the asshole of the group. And as the episode progresses, you can see that he starts growing a liking to Ezra.
Yeah.
And I'm pretty sure as the show continues, he will learn to look at Ezra as a little brother figure, basically.
Well, in the beginning of the show, he's a total dick to him.
He's a total dick.
He's a fucking total dick to him. And then after a rescue mission that goes wrong, supposedly it was a rescue mission to save some Wookiees off a transport ship. Turns out to be an ambush.
My ass hurts on this chair, but continue.
You get comfier chairs, man.
Yeah, we really do.
Those nice leather chairs. So he tries to act like a badass, and he's a total dick to him. After the rescue mission goes wrong, we kind of see him hint at he feels really bad because the main character Ezra gets left behind on the Imperial Star Destroyer.
Yeah.
So he feels really bad after that. And you can see the guilt.
Yeah.
In his expression. You can tell he's not a total asshole.
Yeah, he has some feelings.
He definitely puts it off. He tries to be the badass.
Yeah. And then there's Sabine.
Sabine, yeah.
Who is the Mandalorian of the group? She's the badass.
The fruitiest Mandalorian.
Yeah, I didn't like her costume at all. It was way too Barbie-ish looking.
I think we could throw a little snippet here, a little picture of her costume. It looks like a Jolly Rancher rapper with a helmet. It's pretty colorful.
Yeah,
and it's basically the opposite of everything we know about Mandalorians. You know?
Yeah.
I mean, they're usually gray armor.
Yeah, they're very battle.
And she has no jetpack, which I thought was really stupid because I like jetpacks.
Woo! Their Mandalorians are supposed to be these battle scarred
veterans.
This warrior race. Yeah. And she just looks like she just cares about her nails.
Yeah.
She just looks way too Barbie-ish, in my opinion. But we'll see. Maybe she redeems herself as the show progresses.
She's a cool character. She's a very cool character. Yeah. She does have the badass vibe, just not the badass costume. I really hope that they make changes to the costume.
Yeah.
Put her in black or some solid color. Get rid of it's literally rainbow camo. Is what it looks like.
Yeah, it really did.
Rainbow camo.
Basically. And then there's Hera, who is a Twi'lek pilot of their ship named the Shadow.
Yeah.
And to round out the crew, it is Chopper, who is the stereotypical R2-D2 droid of the group.
I actually like him.
Yeah, he's cool.
He seems sarcastic as fuck.
Like, he takes out his little arms like...
Yeah,
he looked cool.
Yeah,
he looked really cool.
Funny little bastard.
And then the last major character of the episode was Agent Callus, who was an investigator for the Empire.
Yeah, and he is your typical
asshole.
Yeah, I feel like they didn't really go into too much detail with him as a bad guy because this was a season premiere.
Yeah.
And they're pretty much laying the foundation for the Inquisitor, I think.
Yeah.
He's not really, you could tell he's not an important character. He's not particularly very good at what he does.
I don't know. I honestly didn't get that vibe. I thought he was sort of important, and I think he will be back.
You think so?
Yeah.
I don't know because
Yeah.
He seemed like a pretty useless bad guy.
I think he reports to the Sith Inquisitor, who will be revealed. He's pretty much the antagonist of the show.
They show a little sneak peek of him at the end of the episode.
Yeah, so I think he reports to the Sith Inquisitor, but I do think he's one of the main antagonists of Star Wars Rebels.
Time will tell. We still haven't seen episode 2. We know it's out, but we're gonna do this episode on this show on this episode.
Yeah.
And the next show on the
exactly.
on the next episode.
I really liked the vibe of the episode.
Yes.
I was skeptical. Alex and I were very skeptical coming into the show because it's made by Disney.
Yeah.
They've basically said that anything that is not the movies, from 1 to 9 now, when 9 comes out, and anything that is not made by them, which this show's okay, is not canon anymore, which Alex and I think is utter and complete bullshit.
Yeah. For those of you who don't know what canon is, it is the authenticity of the alternate, the alternate universe that is Star Wars. It's basically the authenticity of the comic books, the video games. As of right now, Disney has declared that anything and everything outside of Disney production is not canon.
Which, let's not get into that because that's like another...
That's a whole other...
That's a can of worms.
Other episode we're going to
do. Basically. So main points. One, the feel of the episode. What we thought of it. I love the sound effects, the TIE fighters, the sound of them shooting, the explosions.
The sound effects were so good.
The animation was beautiful.
On par with the Clone Wars,
yeah.
I might add. I'm a huge fan of the Clone Wars series. I watched it all, and I thought that this show followed up really nicely on that.
I never really got into the Clone Wars for whatever reason that was.
It's not canon anymore, so it doesn't matter. But it's a great show.
Yeah, and the feel, like, it was just... It felt awesome. The animation was great. I don't know if you saw like those, what I kind of came to see as like prototype ATSTs.
Yes, walking around.
Yeah.
They looked very, very cool.
Yeah.
They looked a lot like the Clone Trooper AT-RTs.
Yeah.
And it's kind of like in the middle there. I like what they did with it.
Yeah.
I want to take a second to really just... those Clone Troopers looked amazing.
Yeah.
The Stormtroopers CGI was awesome. Their armor was spot on. Their helmets looked great. The voice acting was great.
Yeah. There was a couple moments when Hera was talking to Kanan in the shadow that I felt was forced, and honestly, the dialogue was a bit cheesy for my liking. But it's like I was talking to him. He told me like maybe they just have to get comfortable with the roles.
Yeah,
and that'll change as the show progresses. Maybe they'll get better at it.
We'll see. I mean, it's a new show, and this is episode 1. We were talking about that, and you know, it does take actors a while to kind of develop a chemistry between each other, and it's pretty much the same for voice actors.
Yeah,
the only difference is that you don't see their faces, but they do have to develop, you know, a chemistry together because they're in a recording room all together.
Yeah, exactly.
So definitely hoping to see a little more chemistry from them there.
So you wanted to bring up it following up to the Clone Wars.
Yeah, I think we'll make it a little longer. We'll cut this piece out. We'll make it a little longer and cut it.
Oh, for what do you mean?
Like another like 3 or 4 minutes. I don't think we're gonna have enough to make it 10.
Oh no, we're gonna go over 10.
Yeah.
Fuck it.
So I do think that this show had a lot. In my opinion, I was a big fan of the Clone Wars series, and I thought that it had a lot to follow up on. The Clone Wars series was excellent. It had great CGI, good voice acting. As a cartoon, it was just awesome.
Yeah.
As a Star Wars cartoon, it was amazing. It gave us the funnest part of Star Wars, in my opinion, which is the Clone Wars, the biggest, most epic battle in all of Star Wars. Millions of droids versus millions of clones. And I thought to myself when I heard about this new show that there wasn't a possibility that Disney could really outdo the Clone Wars. It's one of my favorite shows.
Yeah.
I watched all the seasons, the last season, which was on Netflix.
Yeah.
And I tell people all the time, I highly recommend it, especially to Star Wars fans. And contrary to popular belief, a lot of adults do watch the show, and don't think that just because it's a cartoon that you can't enjoy it. That's total fucking bullshit. Don't listen to what is the social norm.
Yeah,
you can do whatever the fuck you want.
Yeah,
Please go ahead and watch these cartoons.
Yeah,
they're awesome.
Dude, go watch it. One of my favorite shows on television right now is The Legend of Korra, which airs on Nickelodeon.
Super good show,
and it's an awesome show.
Super good show.
Just because it airs on a kids' television channel doesn't mean that it's not. Yes, it is made for kids, but there are things that kids won't understand in the shows.
Yeah,
there's a lot of deeper themes going on that children just won't understand.
Yeah, and like in this, one of the things that in the Clone Wars, there's an episode where Anakin Skywalker shakes Grand Moff Tarkin's hand.
Yeah.
Some of the younger fans of Star Wars, maybe of the newer trilogy, that don't remember the old trilogy, are not going to know what this means. When they shake hands, the Empire March theme song is playing. March, yeah, it plays in the background, and for all old Star Wars fans, if you love the old trilogy, you knew right off the bat what that meant.
Yeah, what these two would come to be, these murderers, basically.
Biggest dickheads in the galaxy, and that's where it started, with a little handshake.
Yeah. Which actually, just a side note, they do mention Tarkin in Rebels.
Tarkin Town.
Yeah, yes. And on Lothal, the planet where most of the premiere takes place, so Tarkin has come in and he came to a bunch of the residents' farms, and he was like, the Empire needs your farm, get the hell out. And basically they all regroup in this little town that they've basically, it's been called Tarkin Town.
Tarkin Town, yeah.
Tarkin Town.
Yeah, like
it's just like little things like that. Seeing Obi-Wan Kenobi
his CGI was actually really cool.
Yeah,
he looked really
actually
badass.
sounded like him too,
and it really sounded like him. I don't know who did the voice acting.
Yeah,
I'd put a pretty penny saying that it was. I
don't think it was Ewan McGregor. No.
You don't think so? I don't know. It sounded really close.
No,
to him, though.
It actually sounded like the voice actor from the Clone Wars.
You think it might have been the same guy?
Yeah, that was probably the same guy.
But in any case, the voice acting was good.
Yeah.
The show overall, I liked it a lot. It gives off that old trilogy feel.
Yeah, it's very fun.
It's very fun too. It's action packed. I think they killed like 12 stormtroopers in the first 6 minutes of the episode.
Yeah.
Oh, by the way, they're killing people in these episodes.
Mm-hmm.
I didn't know what Disney was gonna do with that. Disney usually is a little more on the G side rather than the PG side.
Yeah.
But yeah, within a couple minutes of the first episode, they blow up 2 stormtroopers with grenades, and the main character Kanan shoots like 6 of them.
Yeah.
Clearly dead. So that's something that I like. I think it's how G did you really want to make it, and I think that they're going with a nice route here, a good blend of where it's not offensive to the youth
to children.
Yeah.
Another point I wanted to bring up was that at one point in the episode they refer to the Wookiees, which they're gonna go save. As Republic soldiers, which Alex and I were kind of like, what the fuck is this? Because they're never really in the movies. They're never they fight with the Republic in the Battle Kashyyyk in Episode 3, but they're never really referred to as Republic soldiers. And again, maybe it's because nothing is canon anymore. Maybe things have changed.
That's what we were thinking.
My God, that was really loud.
We were definitely thinking that it's up to Disney to determine what is canon now. And as unfortunate as it is for all Star Wars fans, they are technically allowed to rewrite Star Wars history. Yeah. However they seem to want. It doesn't. It's fair game for them. They can do whatever they want. Yeah. So for all we know, Chewies all served with the clone troopers on God knows what battle. We don't know because we don't know where they're going with this.
And the final point I wanted to bring up on this episode was that when they went to rescue Ezra, I felt like they missed an opportunity to have a really fun, balls to the wall kind of rescue operation.
Space battle.
Yeah, like them just come in and fuck that place up and save this kid.
The Imperial Star Destroyer. What's the name of it?
They don't say it. They just say it's an Imperial Star Destroyer.
So this Imperial Star Destroyer sends out like 4 or 5 TIE fighters, which I thought was a little bit lame. Yeah. You Star Wars fans out there know that these Star Destroyers have thousands of TIE fighters in them. And they send out like 4 or 5 of them, which they had this set up for a really badass
Yeah.
Millennium Falcon style escape, like space battle scene, and they didn't do it. So we'll see. It's the first episode. I still thought it was action packed.
Yeah.
And the last thing we're gonna bring up is a little funny. We while we were watching, there's no way to really make this to bring this up.
We'll show them we're
going to show you guys a short clip of the funniest thing in the episode.
Of a Wookiee we have codenamed Chewie Jr.
Chewie Jr. Yeah. He is just funny ass looking little motherfucker.
Yeah, he looks psycho. He
looks psycho, and we love him. We love him a lot, and we're gonna make him part of the show.
Yeah. Yeah.
I actually paused it because we were watching it with Steve. He's
our friend of ours,
tech friend. I guess.
Yeah,
he's the guy helping us set all this up. And they missed it. They were talking, and I saw it, and I just started fucking bursting out of laughter.
Yeah, he's like, rewind.
I made him rewind it. We watched it, and we had to pause it because it was just so goddamn funny.
It was pretty good. It was
hilarious.
On point.
Yeah.
So, I think. Bottom of the line, Alex and I really enjoyed the episode.
Yeah.
I'm really excited for the show. We're going to continue putting out episodes, reviewing every single episode, and then when there's none coming out because it's in between a season, we'll talk about the movies, how we rate them, games, comic books, whatever.
Yes.
Everything Star Wars related, we'll be bringing to you guys. So yeah, this was the review of Spark of Rebellion, the first episode of Star Wars Rebels. As always, subscribe, like, and comment in the comments below and tell us if we said anything that was wrong and bash the shit out of us.
Please bash us to fucking hell. We're new at this. We pretty much Brandon came up with the idea. He shot me a text, and it was the happiest I felt all week. It's the greatest thing. And we want your input. We want your feedback. Be critical. We want that. This is new to us.
Yeah.
We're still learning how to video edit just to do it. So it is a new thing.
Yeah.
And you guys are our first viewers.
Yeah.
So you do mean a lot to us.
Hopefully you enjoyed it, and if you do, tell your friends about us.
Yeah, please.
You are Star Wars fans. If you're watching this, we are too, and hopefully we brought enjoyment to your lives and whatnot. Yeah. But yes, thank you, Alex.
If you have requests, put them in the comments section below. We are going to read them.
Yeah.
And since we don't really think there's going to be thousands of comments right away,
of course not.
We're going to look at your requests, and we promise you, we're going to take a look at them, and we're going to do that.
If you want us to talk about a game, a comic book, or what we thought of the movies, or a book, just tell us.
We've seen all the movies. I've seen the whole Clone Wars series. We've read, I think combined, we've read probably more than half of all the Star Wars books. Between the two of us. It's a good bit of it that we've read. Comics, I keep up with them sometimes.
Yeah.
But if you have the request, I will download them and read them all. So, thank you for watching our show. This is the Rule of Two, and we hope to see you guys again next week. All right?
Peace.
See you guys.
Yeah, 18 minutes.
18 minutes, and that's without the 2 or 3 minute intro where we were just